Now, this is our predefined function. We use that function for just executing query. Means it is the initial stage. What we have done in database, if we want to see data, we directly execute select star from TBL1 and we just get the data. Yeah, this is in SQL, MySQL. This is one process, but if we want to retrieve the data, this process divided in two parts. Means first is execution of query, second one is the fetch of data, the fetching data. This in our MySQL there is only one process. You can say it is combined in one process. Why? Because we directly using our query into our MySQL. Is it or not? We are using a query into our MySQL or not, Nazar? Now, so it is just giving us a particular data directly, but in the PHP we have to firstly execute the query. It's not it just not retrieve or return the result. It's just return a resource type variable or error. You can say true or false. A resource type variable means a resource type variable from which we can just retrieve the data. Resource type means we just retrieve from that variable. We will retrieve the data using another our inbuilt function. One second, Nazar. Please be online. अरे बंद हो जाए
कितना
मैं भूल गया लगाना
कितना कितना परसेंट है
बस कभी भी जा सकता है 25
25 मेरा सिस्टम बंद होने वाला है मुझे अपडेट देना चाहिए
एक और होगा ना
कहाँ है
उस चिराग सर के पास होगा पक्का अच्छा आप आगे याद आ गई नहीं को देते तो बंद हो जाता सॉरी yeah Nazar sorry again now in our whenever we just execute this first inbuilt function MySQL underscore query we use this function to execute our query. Simple. Execute, not retrieving the data means execution and retrieving. There is two process in PHP, but in directly if you are using directly in MySQL, there is only one process. Means whenever you execute your query, you get the data. But in the PHP, we have to first execute the query. We get a resource type variable. Means in this variable there is a information. Yeah, we executed query successfully or not, and it is store which query we have executed successfully. Otherwise, this function will return error. So it will just assign the error message. We will see the error message and all the things in our programs, but not now. So just keep in your mind that it will return to either resource type variable, either error means either true or false. Okay. So that variable, this particular $res, this is user defined. This particular res we have to pass into MySQL fetch array. Means now we are retrieving data from where? From that variable which is assigned by returning value of MySQL underscore query. You get the point? Means there is two-way process, not a single way. Two-way, not we can't say two-way. It's a two processes. Means first executing query, second retrieving the data. But in the SQL or you can say in the MySQL, you directly execute the query, you get the data. But this is we are using these SQL queries in our PHP program, not directly in our MySQL. Okay. Is that clear? Means first we can directly pass. If you want to just remove one line of code, you can directly pass SQL query into our MySQL underscore query. So this is you can say, you can just save one line of code. Is there any confusion? Nazar? No confusion? Okay. Now this is one of interview question. In interview they will ask you what is the function from which we just execute the queries from PHP. The execute MySQL queries from PHP. This is our predefined function, MySQL underscore query function. It will return either resource type variable or error. Okay, Nazar, you got it? Working of MySQL underscore query. Now come on to our MySQL underscore fetch underscore array. Now we have executed our query. Now we want data. So in PHP, just provide us that the, how we get the data, means which type of data do you want. Type of data means it just convert. There is data, the values are the same, but it converts the type, means the values. There is a ID column, there is username column, there is password column also, and the same data. But from our different function of PHP, different inbuilt function of PHP, we can change the type of data. The value of that type data is same. Let's take an example. If I use MySQL underscore fetch underscore array, then in the latest PHP, after the PHP 5, we will get index type array and the associative array. Both type of array with our data. We can use either index type array or associative array as per your wish. Okay, Nazar? Means if I directly echo only data, means if I just print, we have to print with print underscore r, because this is a array type data. I'll just remove this. Okay, now let's see the result in browser. One second. Host database index. There is error on the line number 23. Simple. We forget to remove the semicolon. No. Line number 23. Oh. Semicolon. Okay. Now, if I run that file, we will get data. You can see that. Means this is our index type alternative. Just see the data in alternative. 0, 1 is in the first index. Mark, sorry, from here only. From here only. This is the first index. This is the 0th index. This is our first index in indexed array. This is our second index in our indexed array. Now, just talk about the associative array. This is ID. ID means our column name. Column name just assign as a key. Where is our column name? Yeah, this is our column name. It's automatically, if we just want to data in associative array, it automatically assign every column name as a key value. Associative array means key and value combination. Okay, so this is our first column data, this is our second column data. Yeah, from username. Yeah, this is our third column data. So we get the combination of both type of array data. Get or not? Is there any confusion? MySQL under fetch underscore array. Nazar? Mostly we use array form. Sorry, I didn't get you, Nazar. What is the what is the purpose? Okay, MySQL underscore fetch just just used to retrieve the data or select the data. Select the data means we have already executed the query. Now we want data. So these are the functions, inbuilt function of PHP used to retrieve particular data, whatever we get from this query. This is the first process. I just tell you this is the two process. There is two process. This is the first and this is the second process of retrieving data from our database. No, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Nazar. Actually, sorry for actually disturbance, or you can say the disconnectivity. Now, where we are, Nazar? Nazar, are you able to hear my voice properly? Now, we are on our MySQL fetch array. MySQL underscore fetch underscore array means this is the second process of retrieving data. Okay, Nazar? Now, how we get the data from MySQL underscore fetch underscore array? Let's see. If I just copy this and paste it here, a semicolon, and I'm just going to print underscore r, print underscore r, sorry, our data, dollar data. What I'm doing, I'm just printing our data variable, nothing else. Okay, we are there maybe purpose displaying forward data. Now let's see. It's printed, right? Once again, data. Now, if I use actually this die is also a predefined you can function or a keyword of PHP means our PHP script just stop here means rest of the line will not be going to execute whenever die executes. Okay, we use die and the echo for debugging our data. Okay, now that we will discuss about the die also means this code is not executing. One second, you will get confused. I'll just okay, I'll just commented that code. Just remove this. Means if we use MySQL fetch array outside of loop, outside of while loop, and assign the retrieved data into our variable, and we are just printing that variable. Now, what we are getting? Only the first row, we are getting only the first row or not, Nazar? So this is our first row, 0 mark and 1 2 3 4 5, because in our MySQL fetch array or in our MySQL underscore fetch underscore associated other function also, it just save or it just return first row and point to our next row. Means we have data, all of data, but it contains at the one time only one row. It saves one time only one row and point to, and its pointer point to next row. Means whenever if we use loop, then it will just continue till we have the data into this variable dollar data. Means whatever we just MySQL fetch underscore array. Okay, one second. We use MySQL fetch underscore array. If we directly print without any loop, it's giving a only one row because it fetch row by row data, row by row. This function just fetch the data row by row from our this variable resource dollar rec. What kind of variable? Resource type variable. Why? Because we just whatever return our MySQL underscore query we assign to our resource type variable. Okay, so just we are just getting one row and it is pointing to the next row. So we have to use into while loop. This is only one row, our first row. If we want to get all the data, so we have to use within the while loop, within this kind of loop. Means in the while loop, this function just return first row to data, and we are printing all the data, and this while loop just check condition again, means it will just return the second row, means it will pointing to second row, so it will just return the second row one by one. If we just use in the loop, then it will return all the rows one by one. And if we just finish the row, means there is a last row, end of the row, this is after printing of this last row, it will return false. So our loop will automatically stop, because if we get the false, then our loop will be terminated. Let me remove this. Means we have to use within the while loop this function MySQL underscore fetch underscore array, we have to use within the while loop. So we get all the data row by row. Means this function will give us a data row by row from our result. This is, you can say, this is our result, but it is not printable format or usable format in PHP. Yes, we get the result. I already told you this is a two-way process. There is two process to retrieve data. So we get the data, but it is not usable format in PHP. Now, even not in displaying format. We have to use MySQL fetch underscore array. So this will just retrieve row by row data and assign to our dollar data. So whenever the row ends, means after the last row, it will return false. So we will assign false to our data. So this while loop get the false and automatically terminated. Is that clear, Nazar? So we have to use a while loop for displaying all the data. All data. One second. It should be all the data. Maybe I can save a file. Yeah. Just save it and check. We have all the data. Now I will show you another tag in our PHP, or I just show you the no, okay. I just show you how we display our data properly. Okay, Nazar. Let me remove this. You have this coding. I'll just send you. This is our. I'm just removing this also. Okay, let it get confused otherwise. Okay, this is our connectivity, and this is retrieving data. Yeah, we have the data, but we have to use second process of retrieving data. Now I'm just closing our PHP tag. After this, HTML. Now within the body, let's take one table. Table means this is also a PHP tag. Okay, Nazar. Table means we can just display whatever we get from database in tabular format in our PHP also, in tabular format. Let's see how we do that. Whatever we get the data, if we know there is a 3 columns data or 4 columns data, so we can display as a tabular format. Okay na sir? So this is our table tag. This is the starting tag of table, this is the ending tag of our table. Now this is the table heading. Th stands for table heading. Okay na sir? So we just number. First heading is number, one other th. Second heading, let's say name. Now this is our table heading. We have to use within the tr. Sorry, I just forget about the tr. One second, let me remove this. If we just use table, what table have rows or not? We already see in the database table have the rows. Let me show you. This is one kind of a table. This is the rows, this is the columns. Okay, okay na sir? Now this is our table tag, and tr stands for table row. Okay, table row. In the table row I'm just giving the one second. X. Within the first table row, I'm doing, I'm just giving the heading of our table, means column headings. You can say. Once again, let me just code. You will get more clear. Now, second table row, tr. If there is starting, there should be end. Now, this is the table row. This is the table heading. You can say this heading. This heading. ID, username, password. This is one kind of heading or not? This is the heading. We can use our th tag within the table. Within the table, there is the another tags, means within table we use tr for table row, th for table heading. Now td for table data, stand for table data. Now I'm just putting hard coded value. First data, this is, you can say, a column wise data. I will show you from which part of code what is the result. I'll tell you in briefly, just using my, now let's just save it. One second, I'm just commenting this code. I will reopen that code after a while. Okay, now what we get, this is our heading and this is our data. But one second, I'm using some styling of our table attribute. Border 1. Now let's see one more. Yeah, this is our simple table. Okay na sir? This is our first row, this is our first row, this is our second row of our table. Table doesn't print anything. Table means this tbl, this table tag doesn't print anything. This is just the information that we are using our table tag, table input tag, or you can say table tag of our html. This is html tag, our table tag. Okay, now this is our table tag, it doesn't print anything. This, what I'm just doing, border equals to 1. This is the styling, means we are giving the style. This is also one attribute of table. We are giving the border. Border means this border, a line around all the columns and the row. Okay, this is the border. Okay na sir? Now what I have done, we have two rows. Yeah, we have two rows, tr start and tr end. This is our first row, this is our first row, and this is our second row. So we just get the two rows also, first row and the second row. Now what we have done within the first row, what we have done within the second row, let's see. We have done in first row th, another tag th. Tr stand for table row, th stand for table heading. We have used number and name, so we get two headings, means it is in the bold character. You can say the bold character. We get the two headings. Okay. Now th just used to display the bold character into our table, okay. If we use td, then it will no and the name will show in the simple character like this, nothing, no difference, just giving a heading. So this is our first row ends. Why we are getting two columns? Because of this is first th and this is the second th. So if we use that, this is the first th and just near that this is the second th. If we want to just use another table heading, so it will be the third column. This is column or not, Nazar? One second, let me just copy paste one more time our data, table data, second row, display correctly. This is our columns, this is first column, this is the second column. So whenever, if now Nazar, I want to, my requirement is I just want to just change user name. Okay, I just want to one another column, means another column of password. I need another column of password. Okay, Nazar. So what I have to do, I just use one another th into the same row. We are using the same row, means we are using the same row. So if we use one another table heading, then it will show after our then username. Let me show you password column. One second, th table heading. Within the table heading, just write password, capital password. This is our simple three columns, but we didn't get automatically the rows also. Rows means the bottom rows, there is a blank. Why blank? We didn't use third table data, third column here in the second row. We use only two columns. Is it or not, Nazar? Is there any confusing? Is there any confusion? Okay. Now, if we want to use show the password also for our headings, for every headings, I want to show password also. Okay. So in the second row, this is a table row or not? Second row. Let's see where is the second row. Yeah, this is the tr starts and tr ends. Within this tr, we have to use within this. So td for stands for table data, and password. I'm just using hard coded password, nothing else. Okay, I just change the second, means this is our second, and this is, let me give any name. Okay, now let me show you the result. Yes, we are getting one another data into password column also. How we get this password column? In the first table row, just insert or just add one more th start and end, we will get one more column. Same as in the second row, we just add one more TD. TD stands for table data. So we will get one more column into the second row. If we didn't use in the third row, so we didn't get. So we have to use if you want to the password section for the third row also. One second, let me just code TD. TD stands for table data. These are the heading with two rows. You can say the first row is for heading and rest of two row for our data. This is our simple tabular format. Okay, Nazar? Is there any confusion in our table tag? Now we will see how we just enter, just display this data from, because we are getting the data into array format, a massive format. We can't display directly. If we display, if we directly echo, so it will come in the massive formats. How we just display in tabular manner our data? Let's see. A dynamic data, this is hard coded data. This is hard coded data or not, Nazar? Now, I'm just removing these two lines, hard coded line, not removing the first row. Now, what we have? So we will just see one more new thing here. I'm just copying this code. Okay, let me just code. I will explain you what I'm doing. I'm just copying and tell me, Nazar, if I just paste the code here, this one, I don't need these lines. Okay, my requirement is I want to use the PHP code within the HTML tag. This is the HTML tag or not? This is start of HTML. This is the end of HTML. We already discussed about this. Nazar, you remember? We just display the error message within our HTML tag from PHP echoing the error variable of PHP. So we can use directly just start the PHP tag and end. You can use any number of PHP tag into your PHP script. Okay, but you have to start and one end. Okay, Nazar, is there any confusion? So it will print for us nothing right now. We didn't print anything, means we just use this. Let me show you. Only we get a heading, table heading, nothing else. Okay, Nazar? We didn't print anything into our while loop. We didn't print anything. Now I have to use, if I want to just print the data into table, I have to use one another tr. One second, let me just take here. Tr stand for table row. Within the table rows there should be table data. Td will going to print td, one more td, and we have three columns, so one more td and tr prints. Okay, now what we have one row but we don't have any data into that row. Okay, Nazar? Now my requirement is I just want to print all the data into tabular format. So I have to use this row here into the within the while loop only. Then only I can show all the data from this fetch array variable MySQL underscore fetch underscore array. It will assign the all the data into row by row to dollar data. Okay, but within the PHP tag we cannot use HTML coding. We cannot use HTML coding. It will give us a error message. Let me show you. PHP doesn't understand the less than symbol. Why we are using this less than symbol? There is no operator and nothing is there. No semicolon, nothing is there. So it will give us a error message. So what we have to do? We have to use within the while loop also. Then only our data will be shown in the tabular format. Now just see Nazar, what I am doing. I'm just ending the PHP tag after just while start, and this is the while end. This curly bracket means our while loop ends. Now what I'm doing, I'm just starting a PHP tag. We use the start or condition of while loop within one PHP tag, and this is not in PHP tag. After this is the our end of loop within another PHP tag. Okay, Nazar? What I have done? Did you get the point? Means this is our end and this is a start with condition of while loop. This is our end of while loop. We can use in part wise, means we can't use the HTML coding within the direct HTML coding. This is the direct HTML coding. We cannot use that coding within the our PHP tag. So we have to close our tag. But our execution, how our execution just take place from the start of this line, every PHP execution and HTML execution. Start from one, what we get, open PHP tag. Okay, our compiler, or you can say our execution, whatever the execution engine, just understand, yeah, now PHP code is going, is now PHP code in our next lines, because this is a start of PHP tag. So line by line, our execution line by line, whenever it will just execute this line, which line? Our 35th line or 34th line. It will understand next code will be in PHP. Yeah, this code in PHP. So it will execute this code, means it will just start our while loop and set the condition. Okay, this is the starting of our curly bracket. One second. Now in the 37th line we just end our PHP tag. So our execution, our compiler just understand there is no PHP code in the next line, but our while loop is started. It will execute if we have the end tag. Within this tag, within the start tag or end tag, whatever be the code, means this is the correct code, because we just use in the separate tags. Let me show you. It will print 7 or 8 times. These are the rows, a blank rows after the headings 3, 3, 6 and 7. Why 7, Nazar? Because our loop executes 7 times, 3, 3, 6 and the 7, because we have 7 rows in our database. Our fetch array will just give the 7 rows one by one to our data. So it is true till 7 times, so it will just execute this line 7 times. Okay, Nazar? Now is there confusion? Is there confusion? Yeah, actually, what is the behavior of while loop? While loop just execute all the code, whatever within the curly brackets. Whatever within the curly brackets is all, it's execute all the code whenever our condition is true. Okay. Now let's see what I am doing in the first TD. This is TD or not? Let me just make some space. Yeah. In this TD, one second. I'm just dividing TD and the TR. Nothing else. If you just divide, no difference between in the output. Nothing. Okay, Nazar? This is just for our proper display of code. Proper display of code. Nothing else. Means this TR starts and this TR ends. I will show you there is no difference in the, from our previous result. There is no difference. Okay. Now in the first TD, whatever I am going to write here, it will display on the our browser, on our page. Let me show you. If I write 1, then I will get 1 in first column every time. Means 7 times I will get 1. Okay, Nazar? Because this is within our loop. So now my requirement is I just want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. Okay, I'm just giving a number, or if you want to give the ID, you can print ID also. Okay, let's see. I just want to print IDs. Then there is no confusion. I just want to print IDs. Okay, so now tell me, Nazar, if I execute this line of code, we are getting data or not? Total data, all the data we are getting or not? Starting off, yeah, we have all the data. No, this is because of our previous code. We have just see that code in the starting because of our previous code, the starting code of this page. Because of this, we already see this. We have data. Okay, Nazar? Now our requirement is we just want to display this data into our tabular format. In this format means in the ID there is a 0 after 0, 1, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. In the username there should be Mark, Govind, Nazar, Rakhi, Khushi, Demo and Nidhi, and the password so on. Okay, so we have both of arrays we can access. I'll just show you how we get a particular data also. Means if I just want to IDs only, we just saw that in our Saturday's session. What I have done in the data type, our dollar data, this is array type data, so I'm just fetching ID only. Let's see what we have. If I just fetch the IDs only IDs. Okay, okay, Nazar? So we can display ID by using this code or not? We just have to echo this line. Let me show you. We can get ID from this code. Every ID in the TD, this is our first This is our first column after the heading. This is our first column here, and it will display 7 times because of our loop. Let me show you now. But I have to use PHP code because this is the PHP code. Dollar data is a PHP variable. This 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 variable is a PHP variable. So we should use PHP code. How we use PHP code within the HTML tag? Yep, simple. Start of PHP tag and end of PHP tag. Now just echo what I want to echo. Dollar data. Within the dollar data I get the associative array also ID, and just don't forget about the semicolon. Let me show you result, then I will describe the coding. Should be ID is in the ID column. I just save this and equals also. Yep, so it's correct. Refresh again. But we are not getting. 1 second, is it? In the TD dollar data ID. I also use the same. HP. Save it again. Code is correct. Not showing the data. Why? Okay, let me just comment this because of this, maybe because we just use this variable in our first position. That's why it is not executing our next while. Now this is the code because of our what happened in our last condition. We just fetch the data, okay, but we use all the data using this while. So after, if we use again the same while, then we will get nothing. Nothing means there would be a false condition. False, then this loop will terminate in the very first time. That's why we are not getting data. Now let's concentrate what we get. I just comment our code, nothing else. What we get IDs because of this line only. All IDs. Let me show you. 0, 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The same IDs we have in database. Okay, Nazar? We get the same IDs. Why? Because we just echo within the table data TD tag, first TD tag, within the first TD tag, we just echo what we echoed. We echo the dollar data ID. What is the dollar data? Where is the dollar data? Where is the, yeah, within our while loop, we are assigning every row. Every row, why I am calling every row? Because this function will give us one row, will give us result one by one as row. One row in particular time. Every time this function will give us a row. A first row, then the second row, then the third row, till the last row. So this rows is we are storing one row in the first case. In the first case means in the first iteration of this while loop, we have the first row, or not, Nazar? In the first iteration we have the first row. Let me show you 1 second. I am going to use the die function. Just don't get confused. print underscore r, the dollar data. If I print the dollar data, it will give all the data because it will execute every time. Now I'm just using die. After just printing the data means it will just execute only one time and stop the execution of our PHP. So it will give you nothing after printing the first row. Let me show you. It will giving us only the first row. It is not because same as above example means the starting example. This is not same as this means we are printing dollar data. Why? We are also getting only first row. But if we are using in our second example within the while loop, we should get all the rows. I just print it. I just stop the execution using the die statement. For what? For seeing in the first it is giving a result row by row or not. Yeah, it is giving us a result row by row. Means this is the first iteration of while loop. Same as there is a second iteration of while loop also, but it will give us a second row. Okay, Nazar? Let me just remove this now. So in the first row, id will be 0, so it will print 0, and after this will print. There is nothing. We didn't set any data into rest of two td columns, td tags, so it will print nothing. And there is a row end, and this is our curly bracket, so this is the end of while loop, so it will not end because condition is true. So our control goes back to starting of our loop. Now in the second iteration we have the second row of our database. In the second row of our database, id will be 1. There would be 1. Yeah, id will be 1. So we will get, after 0 we will get 1. Let me show you. After 0 we get 1 in the second iteration. Same as in the third iteration, their id will be 10, but we didn't use any data into td column. Okay, Nazar? Okay, so if we want, just tell me, if we want the username, what should I echo here, Nazar? Yeah, username. The same of column name. Whatever be the column name, just use here user name. Okay. Within the brackets, I didn't get, Nazar. No. Tile symbol. We have to use tile symbol whenever we want to execute the SQL statement only. This is the SQL statement. Tile symbol only used within this SQL statement, nowhere else. If we want to execute SQL statement, we have to use the within the column name and the table name into the tile symbol. Okay, Nazar? This is our returning a simple indexed array or associative array. Within the associative array, we get the key value within the single quote, simple single quotes, nothing else. Now another, tell me the third column. Why I am using this dot less than starting of PHP tag. This is our starting of PHP tag, and this is the end of our PHP tag. Within the PHP tag, I am echoing value, nothing else. I am echoing value of dollar data, and after dollar data we have the associative array also, so we can use password also our column name or not. Let me show you. Yeah, we have password column name and username column. Now let's see the result. We get all the data from database to our PHP website or PHP page. This is a simple working of MySQL fetch array using while loop, and this is the just displaying the data, nothing else. Okay, Nazar? Is there any confusion? Is there any confusion? Okay, just try with yourself. Try to implement this thing again. You have, if you have any query, any confusion, just ask me in tomorrow session. Okay, Nazar? I will repeat this code again, or you can say that I will just revise you in within the 10 minutes this code again. Now we are getting late. You are getting late. Okay, so we are going to stop our session here. Okay, Nazar? Okay, let's. Okay, bye bye. Have a nice day.